Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Old Miss Blue said, dead gone, left me head
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Crank 'em up. Fired up. I like bud. Fired up. Fired up. Crank it up. Crank it up. Fired up. We have a good time today. Keep your eyes out up there, Dylan.
On behalf of iRacing.com, Motorsport Simulations, Noble Motorsport, and RC.net, welcome to Texas Motor Speedway and Race Chase number 2 here tonight in the RC.net Sprint Cup Championship here at Noble Motorsport. Let's waste no time. I'll introduce everybody in just a moment, but let's go ahead and run through the starting lineup tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway, starting on the pole with a time of 28.227. And the number 20 car, he's a truck and nationwide sensation. He's on the pole here tonight. That's Dylan Brockwell, and to his outside, that's James Ray in the 00.
Rolling off third is Brad Spidell in that 76, and his outside in the 11 car is Dylan Jones.
Dave Washington, last week's winner, rolls off 5th in the 10 car. 6th is the number 2 of Kenny Baum Jr.
Justin Munsell, second place finisher last week, is going to start 7th tonight. And the Canadian assassin, Stephen Conway, is going to start 8th.
Stephen Burnell rolls off 9th, and Brian Neff, winner last night in the truckload practice we had, he rolls off 10th.
Starting 11th in the 74 is Eric Dallariva, and 55 William Roberts will roll off 12th.
27 car rolls off 13th. That's Jay Adair. To his outside, it's the 12 of Ross Cato.
Series admin Mitch Lennon is going to roll off 15th in the 5, and the 70 of Mike Arn will be shotgun tonight on the field.
About a half a lap left until we get the green flag. I'm Ben Kilcrease. Joining me as always up here in the booth, Andy Kessler and Carl Brown is down there in his production van, getting the picture that you see to you. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Chase race number 2. Here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Andy, what can we see?
We're going to see a lot different than last week, I'll tell you that right now. Wide open spaces here in Texas. Loose off the corners, off of 3, or off of 4 and off of 2, so be mindful of that. Other than that, we're going to have a good one, so buckle down, boys.
Stacking them up 2 by 2 by 2. Maybe we've got the jitters out, and maybe we can have a good clean race this week. The green flag is in the air, and we're racing here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Well, the top 3 have split themselves as they enter turn number 1 right now. Dylan Brockwell about a 3-car length lead off the 2 for the lead. Complete lap number 1 right here, and James Ray is going to look and size up Dylan Brockwell as they head back into turn number 1. He's all over that back bumper, trying to get over that lead, get some points to make up for last week. Single file all throughout the field so far. I think we're having some technical difficulties with the mic of Ben Kilcrease right now, but the battle right now is for that 4th spot, as it looks like Dave Washington now looking at the inside of Spidell. That is for the 4th position. Side by side, not going to waste any time. Dave Washington's going to get that spot. Spidell now falls behind in this tire tracks. Brockwell still maintaining a decent-sized lead as now Dylan Jones is pulled up on the back bumper of James Ray for that 2nd spot. Dylan Brockwell, very, very solid season he had in the trucks at Nationwide, picking up the Nationwide Series title, 6 wins, excuse me, in the, it was 5 wins in there, 6 wins in the Nationwide, excuse me, but picked up a ton of wins, we'll say at that, in the truck series there this season too. No championship for him. He's here getting some seat time in the Cup Series, getting ready for next year, but he's got his mirror full right now with James Ray as they head off into turn number 1. They're side by side for the lead. Off turn number 2, inside line, give it to James Ray. They're side by side, door to door, as Dylan Jones looks on from 3rd. As they head back into turn number 3 here. Get a little bit of momentum for Brockwell on the high side, but it looks like that bottom line's going to prevail. We got a new leader. It's James Ray here off of turn number 4. He's going to lead lap number 5. Right now, the battles for 2nd, though, is Dylan Jones side by side with Brockwell, making a move now, push for the lead as he gets by Brockwell. Now Jones looking for the lead, trying to make up a lot of ground. A lot of these guys need some points to make up from last week from the early race incident that caused a lot of problems for everybody here. But right now, these guys looking strong here. Dylan Jones now looking for the lead on the front stretch. He's going to have a look to the inside as they head to 1. Not much of a contest there by James Ray. He's going to give that spot. Dylan Jones now to the lead as Brockwell now, he's on the inside of James Ray. He's looking back for second spot again. And Dave Washington now looks behind him fourth. He's waiting to see which side he's going to take.
Looks like he'll take the inside down the front straightaway. Been trying over. Washington gets to the inside of James Ray. Now hands in position to Washington as we head down into one. Dylan Jones trying to set sail here on lap number 8, Texas Motor Speedway.
That he is right now. Dylan Jones kind of setting the pace here. As he's about 3 car lengths ahead of Dylan Jones. He was able to come from his starting position of 4th there and worked his way up to the lead now here early. Lap number 8 here is Dave Washington. He sits in 3rd, but James Ray, he's not finished with this. Brockwell gets loose, and there goes Washington through the grass. He's coming back up the track.
Keep it up, cog units out. I can be quick here,
Look out, he's going to take them out close. Woo! And oh my. Problems for many chase tenders early on. Last week. This week, points leader heading in. Dave Washington gets a pretty good shot into the back end of Rockwell and into his back end from James Ray. Oh my.
That was a product of exactly what I said, Ben, right there at the beginning, that off of turn 2 and turn 4, these cars can get really loose there. That's exactly what happened to Brockwell as he came off of 4 and into the tri-oval. Just got loose there, trying to avoid, causing any issues, but got lucky, and he was able to keep the thing straight, but it caused a little bit of havoc for his teammate there, Dave Washington.
Well, the famous quote coming out of last week was that ruined everything. That right there, Andy, that changes everything tonight. Changes strategy.
At least for now.
At least for now. So pit's open. We'll see if any of the leaders decide to take it down pit road already this early in the go. By the way, we want to apologize for my microphone not working there in the first couple of laps of the race. Got the Halloween curse out of the way for the night at least, hopefully.
That's right. Trick or treat, everybody.
Yeah. Dylan Jones leading them down pit road, followed by Ray and Brad Spidell.
Oh, one car staying out. Looks like the 88.
Stephen Conway, of course, taking a long break off in iRacing, and glad to have him back here at Noble Motorsport.
Looks like Jones going to beat everybody off of pit road. Looks like, is that Eric Dollarima coming out second? William Roberts there. Nice job on the pits there, coming out second. Good stop by his team. Spidell got it, made up a couple spots there too. So good job by all these guys. Look at Justin Munsell there. He made a heck of a job there in the pits for him too. And Kenny Baum as well.
That they did. We'll get everything lined back up here. Stephen Conway still out on the track. We'll see if he decides to head to pit road or not. But as of right now, the Canadian Assassin leads the field here at Texas Motor Speedway, and now he ducks down to the apron. Here comes Conway to pit road. He'll give up that position, or give the lead, I should say, to Dylan Jones in the number 11. Dave Washington, he's down pit road as well, and we're going to turn the lights off here. And we almost had some problems on the pace lap crawl. See if you can't get a replay. Mitchell Lennon almost took off the rear bumper of Stephane Burnell on the front straightaway right before the finish line.
Must have been tying his shoe or something.
Something like that. It definitely did get dicey there for a second. I don't think Lennon actually made contact with him, but it was close. It's Conway, Washington, Neff are the only 3 guys getting caught up on the track here. Those were the guys that were on pit road. So field coming through 3 and 4 will stack them up 2 by 2. Dylan Jones going to be the leader. William Roberts. He sent second, just barely into the chase. Didn't quite make it into the chase. He's on the outside right there, but it doesn't mean that if just because you're out of the chase doesn't mean you can't get a win. That's what he's looking for tonight. Has nothing to lose. Spidell third, Ray fourth, and Munsell fifth as we line them up and take. Here's the
Dave Washington coming through that pack in a hurry right there. Just went by 3 cars in that first turn. Dave Washington trying to make up some ground here. Got to be patient here. Everybody right now is kind of looks like separated. Not by what everyone's kind of crammed in here. As Dave Washington now looks to the inside of Stefan Burdell. He's out for turn number 4. Now he's got his sights on Mitch Lennon.
But he does that to French Trailway. Watch out for Lennon, though. I think he's saving quite a bit of stuff here in the early running. He was third quickest in practice. He's just slacking back a little bit. Getting on a qualifying lap. 22nd place. So we've got a battle heating up between, who is that? That's William Roberts and James Ray. And Dylan Jones just setting sail on the field out front.
Yeah, he has set sail right now, put himself in a huge, commanding lead right now, over half a second, 6/10 right now over William Roberts with James Ray in third. So far, just single file for all these guys right now. As Jay Adair now gets on the apron. Mitch Lennon's going to go around him on the outside. Here comes Justin Munsell and Dave Washington to make a move.
Washington thought about sticking a 3 wide there. Munsell and Adair almost made contact in front of Washington. They had to get out of the gas. Washington, he's going to slack up a little bit more here. Now Adair's in the wall in front of him. Dave Washington's got to be a little bit puckered up right now if I was him.
Yeah, it's one of them moments, we're fast enough to get around these guys, but at the same time, you want to do it quick enough. You don't want to be stuck behind these guys as you get bottlenecked behind them just a little bit there, but at the same time, you've got to get to that front as quick as possible. You got some fast guys up front here. You don't want to lose sight of them early.
Most definitely pretty much single file throughout the whole field. Battle for second. It's still going on, but they're not side by side. It's between Ray and Roberts. Ray trying to chase him down. One guy that is really impressing me so far early in the run. No, that's Brad Spidell. He comes into the night 4th in the points, and he sits 4th right now with opportunity to pick up quite a bit on the rest of the guys.
Yeah, some guys that really, took advantage of last week's debacle was Spidell, was Justin Munsell. They had great runs last week at Martinsville, picking up some big points. Munsell led 80 laps in that race, came home with a second place finish. These guys got a lot of points gained last week, and now they want to try to maintain that now as we got a battle right now for 5th. Is Mitch Lennon now to the inside of Dollar Riva, going to make quick work of that off of turn 4.
He'll have him cleared, not by 1 car length, but about maybe 6, 7 at the line right here. Mitch Lennon, I said he was taking his time early on. He's made his way into the top 5 and not looking to stop anytime soon.
No, he's not a little bit of time to catch up to 4th place driver Brad Spidell. We just were talking about Mitch Lennon, and it looks like he almost kissed the wall right there off of turn number 2. Gets a little sideways, gathers it back up, and he's off and still pointing that thing straight in off of turn 4.
Dave Washington making his way around T-Bomb Jr. That's for the 7th position. Dave Washington is slowly starting to work his way back up to the field here at Texas Motor Speedway. A very interesting turn of events if you're just turning on the television or the screen here, I should say. Dave Washington, Brockwell got loose in front of him. Dylan Brockwell got loose in front of him on the front straightaway. Washington hit the back of him, and then Ray hit the back of Washington. Sent Washington sideways to the grass and didn't make too much contact with didn't make contact at all with the walls. The contact he made was with the other cars. He got most of his damage fixed, and he currently sits 7th right now. But a big scare for Dave Washington early on in this one.
Yeah, the worst part is when you're at that far in front, you start to slide back up the track like he did, and you're afraid of that car that's coming in that's just out of control that can't slow it down enough to not hit you. And he was very fortunate right there that they were able to get around him. So we got a battle right now, man. Heating up for second as they go through 1 and 2.
Ray will be on the inside of Roberts, giving it to Ray on the back stretch. Now here comes Brad Spidell looking to make his way to the podium. As of right now, he has a nose in 3. He'll stick it down in there. Spidell and Roberts side by side through 3 and 4.
Off of turn 4, give that advantage to Spidell. Not by much, but he's got it. Up to third is the 76, Brad Spidell. William Roberts falling back just a bit here as the run goes on. Mitch Lennon starting to close into the picture right now. From 5th place as he's looking to try to make some noise here early on.
Schwinner really starting to close the gap, and when Roberts and Spidell were side by side, that allowed him to do so much easier, as he is right there on the bumper of William Roberts now on the front straightaway. He could be looking for third here in the next few laps.
That he could. Real good run through the corner right now. Mitch Lennon trying to get up to the back bumper. 3 cars right there, all battling for the same real estate. That's for the 3rd place position. William Roberts doesn't look like he stands a chance right now with Mitch Lennon all over his back bumper.
Lennon kind of running a little bit higher than Roberts in the corner. These guys have different lines here at Texas Motor Speedway. Makes for an interesting battle when they're trying to pass other guys. See, now Robert goes a little bit higher down in 1 and 2. Lennon a little bit low in. It's very interesting watching these guys run different lines. Lennon maybe getting held up by Roberts right here though a little bit.
It almost looks like that. It looks like Mitch Lennon is definitely faster entering in, maybe through the center of the corner. Right now off the corner, they look pretty equal though. It looks like Roberts now scrapes the wall. That's going to go twice now. Almost hits Mitch Lennon. Mitch Lennon able to get by on that time and get way away from him that time. But in the wall right there for William Roberts.
Continuing to fall, he'll keep it low on the back straightaway here. As Eric Dollery and Dave Washington look to make their way around. Look out, that's going to get a little bit dicey for Washington there. Roberts looks like he might be wanting to come to the pits. No, he'll stay out. Washington, though, gets loose right there and almost tagged the wall.
Almost tagged the wall. That gave Roberts the ability to get back by him, but not for long. Washington still hanging tough on that outside. A great battle right now, and this is the battle for 6th off of turn number 2. Dave Washington with the run on the outside is going to have him clear as they head down the back stretch.
Devon Jr. will set his sights on William Roberts, trying to work the outside bomb on the high side. That's Roberts on the inside. Just behind them, we have another battle. This battle's been going on for quite some time now. It's Jay Adair and Justin Munsell. That's for 9th.
That is for 9th. Justin Munsell trying to take that position back from Jay Adair. Justin Munsell, 2nd place finisher last week, like talked about a few moments ago, trying to capitalize on that good fortune he had last week and being able to make up a lot of points and sit tied for 2nd points and trying to make something happen here early on, sitting 10th.
Battle for 3rd down the front straightaway. Mitch Lennon on the bumper of Spidell. He'll have a bumper in 1 through 2. Spidell pushes up a little high. Mitch Lennon trying to clear him on the back stretch, and he... not yet. Spidell has a slight run on the outside. He'll clear him going 3 and 4.
Yeah, he will. That was very close right there. He almost could have pulled up in front of him, but gave him the benefit of the doubt. Mitch Lennon, though, takes that spot now 2-3 car lengths over Brad Spidell as they head to the stripe right now this time. That's going to move Mitch Lennon up to 3rd, not wasting any time. Now sets his sights on that 0-0.
I was talking to Mitch before the race, and he said it would be real hard to pass here because, Andy, believe it or not, these guys are bouncing off the rev limiter in the draft, heading into corner number 1, which, you know, when you're pushing something and you can only push so hard, it makes it hard when you have no more to push, if that makes sense. But it's hard to pass here, especially when you're in the draft, especially on fresh tires, and it even gets a little hard on older tires as well.
Sounds like the engine tuners need to get back to work here, get them gearings right there. They're pushing the rev limiter. But Mitch Lennon, he's doing a great job with it. Rev limiter or not right now, in 3rd place, pulling away from Brad Spidell. Now about a 2.5 seconds, he's finding himself back from James Ray right now. But Dylan Jones continuing to set the pace right now, 1.2 over a second.
That he does. We are working lap number 32 here, Chase. Race number 2 at Texas Motor Speedway. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. If you're just joining us, not much has gone on, but we will tell you that Dave Washington early in the race around lap 8 went sliding through the tri-oval grass and had a big scare, didn't make contact with any wall, only had slight contact with 2 other cars. Washington now sits 6th on the track, 5 seconds back from leader Dylan Jones, who was running away with it here early on at Texas Motor Speedway.
Talking chase races, chase race number 2, Ben, with 2 to go after tonight. They had a short little trip over to Phoenix next week and then Homestead for the season finale. Not much time, especially after last week's debacle, I'll say, on lap number, early on, lap number 11, I think it was. But not much time for these guys to make up any amount of points, but it looks good so far for the 11-0. They're doing what they can right now with Dave Washington having his troubles back there in 6th.
There they are coming into the night. Dylan Jones was 15 points back. James Ray was 21 points back coming into tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway. So they might not jump ahead of Washington, but Andy, any points that they can make up will be crucial for their championship hopes.
Oh, very crucial, Ben. Very crucial indeed. And the fact that we're going to a nice little short track next week. It is a 1-mile speedway, but a very unique Phoenix International Speedway. So it's just anything can happen at Phoenix. We know that. We know Dave's pretty strong pretty much anywhere we go. But just like anything can happen at any racetrack, it's just more likely to happen at a short track. So next week, obviously, this is a big key race here. These guys need to make up some sort of ground heading into the last 2.
Most definitely, and we want to go ahead and give a shout out for RSeat.net. They're the official sponsor of what you're seeing right now, the RSeat.net Cup Series here at Noble Motorsport. They have all your sim racing needs when it comes to comfort, seats to monitor stands. They have it all at RSeat.net. PowerTech Power Solutions is the official sponsor of the PowerTech Power Solutions Nationwide Series here at Noble Motorsport. They cover southern Connecticut, parts of New York and New Jersey. Sales, parts, and service. They are your ones to call if the power goes out. And that's PowerTech Power Solutions. You can find them on Facebook.
Merrick Dollarriba just made a pass over Brad Spidell to pick up that 4th position right now. So coming down the pitch right now, the tank car, Dave Washington heading down to pit road now. Kind of early, well, not early, this is right on the edge of the pit stops here. So Dave Washington, first one to head pit road.
So we'll have to see what kind of strategy the 10 crew is playing tonight. Looks like they're going to be an early pitter this week as well. Remember last week, Andy, he pitted early and gained 5 seconds by pitting just 1 lap before Justin Muxel.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. His crew just did a heck of a job right there last week. But nope, Dave Washington got to do something now as he found himself falling back to 6th there after that early spin.
Washington is out in the way. Dylan Jones is down. James Ray, Brian Neff, Brad Spidell, Mitch Lennon, Stefan Brunel, William Roberts, Ross Cato. Dollarriba giving up the lead to head down pit road. Munsell coming down pit road this time by Dave Washington. Dave Washington takes 2 tires and he's already up to 3rd, or what will be 3rd. Once everything cycles around, what should be 3rd, I should say. So Washington may be on a good strategy call again this week early on to get that track position. Pit stops just occurring, and Mitch Lennon sideways on the front straightaway. 2 tires might not be the smart choice for the 5 team. Here tonight, he'll give up the lead to Dylan Jones right there. We'll focus more on him and have an RC.net Top 5 for you right after this.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The RC Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The RC Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the RC Evo V3. Check out the RC Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rc.net.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip for the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to WileyX.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's WILEYX.com. Wiley X. Safety never looks so good.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac, and never feel powerless.
We're back here at Noble Network 1. Thank you guys for tuning in to watch Chase Race number 2 here tonight in the RC.net Cup Series. I'm Ben Kilgreave, Andy Kessler. Joining me up here in the booth, and Carl Brown is down there in his production van and giving out candy to the little kids that walk by here tonight. Apparently he's giving out chili in the little sample cup that you get at Walmart or Sam's Club or whatnot. Yeah, Carl's giving out chili to the little kids in the production van.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
What happened to candy? You eat it all or what?
Well.
They don't hand out candy in Texas?
I don't guess so. RC.net Top 5. Just after pit stops, 2 laps after pit stops. So right now, once we complete this lap, we'll mark 10 laps since Dave Washington made his pit stop. He let him down. Dylan Jones is your leader. Mitch Lennon, who had a scare right before we went to commercial. But sideways on the front stretch. He's at second. James Ray sits third. Dave Washington dropped back to fourth, and Eric Dallariva, he sits fifth. With Steve Conway all over the rear bumper. Conway is not battling for position though. Conway is 2 laps down, in the 14th position.
Good pit stop for Dave Washington. A 2-tire stop definitely gave him some track position, gained a couple spots there anyway. Came in 6th and now he sits 4th. So good work for him there on that aspect of it, but I don't think 2 tires are going to work all night long, especially if guys like Dylan Jones, how fast he's running, if he's going to be taking 4 tires.
Contact! Dallariva goes around, thinks to Stephen Conway, down 3 and 4. And Dallariva backs it into the wall. No more cars will be collected. We'll get the replay up here. That's just a racing incident there, Andy. I think Dallariva was expecting Conway to dive in a little bit lower than he was and just came across his nose. Dallariva could have been a little bit lower there, but I'm just going to call that a racing incident.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me watching the replay.
So, Reba, hang on, here we go. We're going to crash him on the front straightaway. Stephen Conway goes around. And oh boy, the Canadian assassin fired up at the Great American Speedway. Oh no. Oh no, look out, look out! Oh no, that's terrible. He should be, come on. He should be parked. Oh my. Oh my, this is, hang on now, there's more to the story than just that, what you guys just saw. Dalla Riva caught up to him in turn 3, brake checked him in 3, and then that Brad Spidell was trying to avoid the incident, made contact with Brian Neff. Now he is a chase contender. Then the tussle continued through 3 and 4. Conway gave him the bump and looped himself around, and then Conway, in return, sped down the pits and made contact with Dalla Riva, like you saw. So,
just unfortunate, Ben. That's all I can say about it.
And by the way, both those guys have been called to the hauler, and they are in the hauler right now talking to James Ross, our eye in the sky here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. But well,
Dalla Riva brake checked him twice, so
this is going to be a
little upset on that one, I guess.
Going to be an interesting chase. Heating up to be a good chase, though. Here, oh boy, man, we thought we had some storylines. Andy, you thought you had some storylines last week.
Oh God, we got more now.
Early in the race, and we've got a handful more tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're only lap 52 here, man. We got 115 left to go here tonight, so, I mean, I guess more can happen here, but we've already got 2 guys with too much damage. They had to pull it behind the wall, and they've already been summoned to the hauler, so unfortunate, like I said, but, you know, cooler heads will prevail. I'm sure we'll all kiss and make up and have their cookies and milk, and everything will be okay next week.
We'll have to wait and see about that one. Getting set.
You know, it'll look good.
Getting set to turn the lights off on the Speedway here. On the Speedway and the pace car for Carl Brown. Around the Speedway, I should say, on the fence. They have the fence that lights up on the front stretch here at night with the caution lights. Pretty cool. A little interesting fact about Texas Motor Speedway. So, field doubled up, and a lineup before we go back: Green, Jones, Ray, Washington, Spidell, Lennon. That's the top 5, and we're basically back to where we started. Dave Washington sitting in a good position. He's up to 3rd, and he's on an even playing field now. So now we're going to see what he actually has for these guys up front.
Yeah, now he finds himself, that 2-star stop got him up to 4th. Now this pit stop here got him back into 3rd. So we'll see what Dave Washington's got now. Fast hot rod, that's what he's typically got week in and week out. So right now he's got his chance here up front to get things happen.
Stacking them up 2 by 2 by 2. Pace car getting set to pull down on the pit road. Dylan Jones, this will be first time in his race. He's had to fend off Dave Washington. Let's see how well he does. Green flag back in here. He's wasting no time. He's in the gas. Already has a 3, 4, 5 car lead heading into 1.
Yeah, not wasting any time. He hasn't all night long on the restarts. Even when he had the green flag this time, Dylan Jones wasting no time getting by Mitch Lennon. And so far, so good as they head off back into turn number 3. The battle right now goes for second.
Washington's on about looking low there. He'll take the high side through 3 and 4. James Ray, though, gets a good run off the 4, and he'll close up real close to Dylan Jones on the front stretch here. James Ray might want a little bit of the lead.
James Ray was fast in practice before the race, so I'm not too surprised to see him here up front right now, trying to get it done. 2 car lengths separate him and Dylan Jones right now. 4 to lead. It's 2 car lengths back to Dave Washington for 3rd and 1 back to Speidel in 4th.
Brad Speidel was involved in that little caution mishap or caution tussle, I'll call it, we had just a few minutes ago. Looks like everything's good, though. And as of right now, he sits 4th with potential to lead tonight with quite a bit of points gained on some of the rest of the guys.
James Ray trying to make something happen here early. He's trying to stick a nose in. Jones gets a little bit loose in the center of the corner right there. Ray able to hang with him. He's right on his bumper as they head off the start-finish line into turn number 1. Dave Washington's there too.
Everybody putting pressure on everybody heading down into corner number 1. James Ray backs off. He'll get a good run off 2 down the backstretch. Not going to be able to close up though. Dave Washington though gets a good run. He'll try and make a move on Ray. No.
Ray protects the bottom. There's the enter turn number 3. That's going to give him the advantage over Washington. They split just a little bit, and James Ray now still trying to take that lead away from Dylan Jones at the stripe. Not much separating these guys ahead in the 1. Ray looking to the inside.
Oh, that's going to get close there. Look out through the center. James Ray now looks to the outside. Not going to be anything up there for him except for the wall, and he's not attacking there. Washington now sticks a nose. He backs off.
Backs off just a little bit there. That brings Brad Speidel back into the picture. Mitch Lennon now, he's moved into the picture also. We got a 5-car battle right here up here for the lead. Dylan Jones though has pulled out to about a 3-car length, 4-car length lead into 1.
That he has. He doesn't want any of that side-by-side action. He said, you guys can do it behind me. I'll just watch in my rear view. Dylan Jones trying to run away with it yet again here at Texas Motor Speedway on lap number 59. But look at James Ray. He's starting to close that gap back just a little bit more. Ray looking real strong here on the early run.
Definitely a contender here tonight is James Ray. Very fast car. He's showing it right now. But Dylan Jones slowly starting to pull away now as they head off of turn number 2. Dave Washington slips up just a little bit there. That's going to bring Brad Speidel back into the picture. Mitch Lennon's going to close in also.
Lennon, I think he has a car to beat tonight as well. He showed it early in the run when he had a real good run up through the field. He's looking pretty good right now. He sits 5th, and he was quick in practice, 3rd quickest in practice. Didn't make a qualifying lap, but I think Lennon could have something when it comes down to the end here.
As team owner, I'm sure he's not too upset. He's got his other teammate up there leading this thing right now. He's led pretty much every lap here in the early going right now, and still continuing to pull away from James Ray as James Ray's continuing to pull away from Dave Washington here as the run goes on.
Yep, top 3, a little bit of separation. But when you start adding 4th and 5th into the mix, those guys are tail to nose, and here comes Lennon on the back bumper of Speidel. Does he look low? He peeks his nose, doesn't stick it in.
No, he doesn't there. Slipped up in 1 and 2, gave Mitch Lennon a great run
right in the wall.
off of turn number 2. But right now, he was able to separate himself again off of turn number 4. It looks like the 5 car is definitely much faster than the 76 through 1 and 2. But it looks like Speidel is able to hold him off through 3 and 4.
We'll have to wait and see if Ray got any damage with a small scrape in the wall there. Doesn't look like it right now. Looking still pretty fast in front of Dave Washington, but Speidel still able to pull a little bit away from Lennon on exit.
Yeah, Ray's actually starting to pull back away from Dave Washington, so this scrape with a wall must not have hurt him too much, just caused a little bit of momentum loss there for a time being, but really the battle right now is 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now as these guys, you can't really get separated at all between Washington, Speidel, and Lennon.
Closest of the two, of course, Lennon and Speidel. None of these guys have been too quick to make a move. Still very early on in the race, though Lennon has a run on Speidel down in 3. He'll make the first move out of the pairing. Here comes Mitch Lennon looking at the inside. That's for 4th.
Off of turn number 4, they're still side by side, coming through to tri-oval. Lennon's going to have them cleared before the start-finish line. Move Mitch Lennon up to 4th now as Brad Speidel now falls back in his tire track, trying to hang on and at least stay within striking distance of Mitch Lennon off of 2.
Speidel back to 5th, Lennon up to 4th. He'll set his sights on Dave Washington now, who has his sights set on James Ray, who has his sights set on Dylan Jones. Jones, though, with a pretty substantial lead over the rest of the field here on lap number 66 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Kenny Baum Jr., haven't talked much about him. He sits just outside the top 5. He sits 6th tonight, and guy who came in tonight 3rd in the points, tied for 2nd, I should say, Justin Munsell. He's back in the 7th position. Ross Cato, haven't heard that name in a while. He is 8th. William Roberts had a pretty good car early on. He's fallen back to 9th, and rounding out the top 10, that is Jay Adair. William Roberts gets him that piece of the wall down the front stretch.
I'll tell you, man, these walls just sneak up on you, especially off of turn number 4. That tri-oval really narrows up quite a bit. You know, it's not the same like a Charlotte or places like that where it stays pretty wide. Texas, it really gets narrow there, and so a lot of times you can have a tough drive off the corners. You get real loose, and next thing you know, that wall's right on you.
Working lap number 69 here at Texas Motor Speedway. While we have a small little slowdown in the action, no side-by-side battles going on, let's talk some more about some of our sponsors here at Noble Motorsports. Sandbass.com and Sandbass Galleries is the place to go if you want quality workmanship. Sam is the first official artist for NASCAR. You can give him a call at 1-800-556-5464 or visit his website at sandbass.com. NASCAR Hall of Fame, we encourage you to do it all at the Hall. We encourage you also to like them on Facebook. Just search NASCAR Hall or follow them on Twitter at NASCAR Hall. Can't forget Competition Diecast. Rick Donathan over there does a fantastic job. Just about anything custom that you want, whether it be a t-shirt, a poster, a custom desktop background for your computer. And hang on, T-Bomb Jr.
Driver of the Competition Diecast car right there.
Yeah.
Had a little trouble off it too.
Out to the wall. But I might not say, even your own custom diecast, if Kenny Baum Jr. wanted his diecast of that car right there, Rick Donathan could make it for him at competitiondiecast.com.
Kenny Baum having problems gave Justin Munsell the advantage. He's moved back up to 6th now, so we were just talking about him and a great run he had last week there at Martinsville, and now he finds himself flirting with the top 5 here this evening at Texas, which is good to see. Good to see him back it up with a great run last week.
Most definitely. He's on the bumper of Dylan Brockwell. Brockwell is not for position. He is 1 lap down. The first car, 1 lap down. He was involved in the first caution. He got loose in front of Dave Washington. Washington had nowhere to go but into the back of him, and through the grass he went. But Dylan Brockwell, ever since then, just hasn't been able to rebound. I think, though, if he could get his lap back on a caution, he'd have a pretty good run. He has a top 5 car here tonight.
Yeah, he does. He's able to stay ahead of Justin Munsell right now and not really have any issues with that. So yeah, he definitely has a top 5 car at least. Just the problem is down a lap right now as they run. Here is just a Munsell now all over his bumpers. They head off of turn number 4. He's trying to. It's one of them catch-22s. Do I stay and ride behind him, or do I try to force the issue and get by him? At this point, I think Justin's too far back from Speidel to really make a difference at this point. You really got to lock some laps here. So we're working lap number 74.
And we'll be coming up on pit stops pretty soon. Next couple of laps or so, Munsell finally does get around Brockwell. Once again, it's not the position. It's just putting Brockwell further down on the list as far as the lap down car goes. Next car, 1 lap down that he'll have to worry about is Brian Neff. The other 2 drivers, Eric Gullers and Stephen Conway, have been parked for the remainder of this race. Bob Jr. going to be first to head down pit road, and he might be coming down a little bit early here, but Andy, if you remember, he bounced off the wall on the back stretch, had his hands full. He'll head down to the pit, and he also got some help getting down pit road.
Yeah, he did. On the track, though, I'm watching here, Dave Washington slipping back here, a couple of positions. Loose off of turn number 2, gave Mitch Lennon the spot and Brad Speidel. So Dave Washington back to 5th now here as we're closing in on pit stops.
You got to be wondering if Washington be just having problems. Texas Motor Speedway, not one of his best tracks, and he'll admit that as we got the leaders coming down pit road. It's Dylan Jones and James Ray. Those 2 guys decide to pit together.
They do. Now Dave Washington, now the question is, does he stay out to at least lead a lap? Hasn't led a lap yet here tonight. Needs a bonus point is a bonus point, as I think Mitch Lennon and Speidel are going to head this time. So maybe Dave Washington's going to stay out one more time.
That he will. Dave Washington into the line. Give him that bonus point. And that could be crucial here in the chase.
Every point counts.
We could be expecting Washington to probably head down pit road this time by. Give up the lead. And here he comes. Also got to be careful not to speed. Portion of the race just play. Right out halfway, I should say. It'd be pretty hard to bounce back from a speeding penalty right now.
Especially if this, which it does right now, if it looks
problem. Sorry to cut you off, Andy. Brian Neff had it about as sideways as you could get one of these Gen 6 cars down in 3 and 4. Was able to save it, though.
Just when I was seeing that this thing has the looks that it could go green, Brian Neff's trying to prove me wrong here, though, as Dave Washington now exits pit road. Got his 4 tires. He's back out on track now as Mitch Lennon and Speidel go back by him now. Look at Justin Munsell now coming off turn 2. He's going to be right there. Whoa, as he gets loose off 2, but he's going to be right there to challenge Dave for a position.
He'll clear him for now. Let's go back to when Neff got it loose there. When you're Washington, every moment of this race, you got to be sweating beef. He could have got trapped a lap down right there in the pit, and could have finished outside of the top 10, 1 lap down if he wouldn't have got his lap back. And that's a possibility. You just never know what can happen. And as points leader coming into the night by only 9 points, it's a little hectic out there.
Oh, it definitely is. Great pit stop by Justin Munsell, though. Found himself way back of 5th place moments ago. Right now, he's got 5th place right out of his front windshield. So great job by his pit crew. Great job on the pit stop, and Justin Munsell trying to crack that top 5 here tonight before it's all over.
That he is. He's at 6 right now, trying to chase Dave Washington. Will be halfway this time. Well, not yet. Got a little bit too excited there. Now, as we head to the middle of back straightaway, we're officially halfway here at. How about a commercial? I'll be ready for a commercial.
Oh, yeah, we might as well, right? Halfway point, good race so far. Dylan Jones definitely showing the way here early.
That he is. Jones leading by just over 2 seconds. We'll be back right here on Noble Network 1 for more Chase Race number 2 coverage at Texas Motor Speedway.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
We're back here at Texas Motor Speedway, and happy Halloween, everybody. Mitch Lennon dressed up as a cowboy. Dave Washington, he was a clown.
No way. I thought that would have been Neff, Mr. Neff.
Neff was dressed up as a princess.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say he was dressed as himself, because that would have worked too.
and Dylan Jones, he was dressed up as Dave Washington.
Yeah,
and
look at him
it's
go.
working for him. It's working for him here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Happy Halloween from us here at Noble Network 1 once again. We're going to give you a treat. We'll have some tricks later on the show, but a treat right now. Turn your speakers up. We're going to do the same. A good old-fashioned Noble Network 1. Turn it up. Dave Washington wrapped up one championship last night in the West Pro Series late model division. He didn't even show up, Andy.
Yeah,
And
no,
still,
hey, what's up with that?
he still wrapped it up. And Mitch Lennon doubled it up last night during features at Lanier in the season finale. I finished second in both of those. So Mitch had a good race last night. And the last night ended off the season 2, just marks us even closer to season 3 for the West Pro Series late model, kicking off with Jags pole qualifying on November the 10th, followed by the Jags 250 at South Boston Speedway.
Yeah, and that's a new night for you guys too, Ben. Moving from Wednesdays to Sundays, so different night, same sort of feature here. As we got a battle right now for 6 as Jay Adair is on the inside of Dave Washington. He's going to get him cleared at the start-finish line. That's going to move Dave Washington back to 7th now, Ben.
Washington falling back, and it looks like he might be saving some gas. I don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely not full throttle, I don't think. I think he might be saving some gas, saving the car, saving something here on lap number 96.
You talked about tricks, Ben. Maybe he's pulling a trick on all of us up here. Dave Washington right now doing something. We don't know. We're not in the car. We have no idea what his crew chief's telling us. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, or he's giving all these other guys a treat. We'll see. We'll see if this thing shake down here.
Only thing about Dave Washington is you never know what's going on inside his head. Bad thing about Dave Washington, especially when he has the belts buckled and the helmet on. There's no way of telling what he's got in his head. And he is literally 20 miles per hour slower than everybody else. Ross Cato's about to pass him for 7th.
Yeah, this is way unlike Dave Washington right here. The only explanation I got is he's trying to save some fuel here, a couple of runs here, and maybe try to squeeze one out of here, knowing that this isn't one of his quote-unquote better tracks that he said. But Ross Cato now going to move right by him, and that's going to move Dave back to 8th here at the line. And he's actually going to be in danger of going down a couple laps here as we, in the next he's about 7 seconds or so back from our leader, Dylan Jones.
And he is, and Stefan Burnell, he'll be right there, just right behind Burnell. Burnell is 4 seconds back from Washington, and Jones is literally stalking Burnell right now, so Washington could lose a lap, like you said, and I don't know what's
When have we
going on.
last time we said that?
I know. Unbelievable. So, Washington continuing to run about 20 miles per hour, slower than everybody else for reasons unknown. And when we say that, we really do not know why he is doing this. Usually we would have some sort of explanation or somebody else would be doing it. Nobody else is doing this, Andy. He is the only person out here running 20 miles per hour slower. Nobody else is conserving gas. He's the only one.
He's the only one. And when you're these other guys, why even do it? Dylan Jones, 3 seconds now over the field over James Reyes. We're probably getting real close here to pit stops. Also, another round of green flag pit stops coming up here shortly.
Yep. Just past the 100 lap. Last 100.
Jay Adair just came in, so pit stop's going to be happening soon here.
So, this will be very interesting. Heading into these final few pit stops. Mitch Lennon battling with Brad Spidell. Spidell clearing on the backstretch. Lennon going to try and fight back, though. This is for the 3rd position.
So Mitch Lennon falling back in the long run here. Typically we see him shine in the long run, so maybe they missed something in his setup here tonight, but still sitting 4th right now, and tons of time, big gap back between him and Justin Munsell, who sits 5th right now. But Dave Washington continue to slide back here, falling back into the clutches of Stefan Burnell. But green flag pit stops are evident in getting ready to get going here.
That they are. Stefan Burnell in jeopardy of losing a lap right here coming up. So is Washington. They're both right there in front of leader Dylan Jones, who is headed to the pits.
So I guess the question is, if we see Dave stay out an extra couple laps here, then we know exactly what he's doing.
Yep.
Quick update. Kenny Baum Jr. is pulled me on the wall, some electrical issues for him. William Roberts having some issues also here tonight. He has pulled me on the wall, so a couple guys have backed out early here, lap 105.
Stefan Burnell made an abrupt change from the banking to the flat apron. Thought he was going to actually spin out there. Brad Speidel stayed out, led a lap. That's crucial for him. Nick Schlinning coming down. There's going to be a race between those two guys entering pit road. Meanwhile, Dave Washington just riding, just continuing to pace around 20 miles per hour slower than everybody else.
Yep, Justin Munsell stayed out. He led a lap, so he's going to get an extra bonus point there. Smart move by the 25 car. Definitely a good move for him, as he's ahead of Dave Washington in the running order as they go. But Justin Munsell, look for him here this lap, looks like, coming down pit road.
Gotta be oh so careful. We talk about it just about every time a car comes down pit road. So crucial not to speed.
Dave Washington's still out on track, Ben, so it's going to move him out. He's going to basically be our leader here right now as everything's all cycled around. He's pretty much the last one. He is the last one that has not pitted, so Dave Washington, we'll see how much longer he can stick this one out.
And we've got 60 laps to go, or Washington has 60 laps to go right now, and he's still just riding around out there slow. Brad Speidel comes out in front of Dylan Jones on this round. A bit of interesting stuff going on. Dave Washington, though, your leader here at Texas.
Yeah, it looks like a two-tire stop for the 76 there. Maybe a good smart move for him right now. Ahead of Dylan Jones by quite a bit. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I just noticed that, and he is 1 lap down. So we must have missed something there. He was running pretty good, but sitting 1 lap down right now. Jones at second.
I'll figure this out. I'll get somebody to run down to his pit stop, see what happens.
Here comes Dave Washington heading down onto the pits. No rush at all to get down on, just as slow as he can be. And he's pacing his way down pit road. He's not even going the full speed limit on there. He's at 43 miles per hour. 41 at some points. Washington in his pits, lap 111, down and away. Dylan Jones, still your leader. Dave Washington, 1 lap down here at Texas Motor Speedway. Heading into the final 50 laps of this one. It is still unknown of how this will shape out, but we will be closer to finding out when we return from commercial right here on Global Network.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI-approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to WileyX.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's WILEYX.com. WileyX. Safety never looks so cool.
Justin Munsell thought that he was going to gain points on Dave Washington. He is now done. After a incident in turn 4, tagged the apron, got loose, smacked the wall, and has folded behind the wall. Justin Munsell now sits 10th here at Texas Motor Speedway, 7 laps down.
Yeah, very unfortunate. It was everything was looking good after last week's second place run for Justin. tonight here in the top 4. He was running on the lead lap in good shape to get a solid finish here tonight. Just unfortunate for him. Definitely happened at the wrong time, but he'll bounce back. He'll be back next week. You can bet that. But right now, Dylan Jones still 4.4 seconds over James Ray. I might as well run you through a RC.net top 5 while I'm talking to that. Dylan Jones is your leader, 4.4 seconds back to James Ray. Mitch Lennon runs 3rd. Brad Spidell in danger of going down a lap is 4th, and Ross Cato has now moved up to the top 5 here, 1 lap down now here in the late going, lap 25. Lennon has now gone down pit road. He's going to make an early pit stop here. Probably going to just shave some time on, maybe see if he can gain some ground here on the leader. But Mitch Lennon now on pit road here, hopefully the last stop.
We know how Mitch Lennon is with strategy too. You can never guess with him either, so we'll have to wait and see what he does. 4 tires for Lennon, and filling it up with fuel. Oh,
speeding penalty. Oh man.
Goodness. So all these guys coming in tonight saying, hey man, we're going to gain on Washington. Munsell smacks the wall. Lennon now in the pits with a speeding penalty. Bunch of big stories tonight. James Ray to the pits as well.
Well, we didn't have the ultimate crash early on like we did last week, Ben, but plenty of just drama, if you want to call it. Everything that has happened here tonight with the incident with Eric Dallariva early on, and then now everybody having the issues with pit road with speeding penalties. Started with Brad Spidell, now Mitch Lennon, James Ray, he's on pit road right now getting his service. No penalties for him, but man, unfortunate for a lot of these top runners right now.
That it is Dylan Jones still out on the track. He's going to continue to cycle around for a few more times. Brad Spidell sits 3rd, just behind us, 2nd now. 1 lap down, Dylan Jones, the only driver on the lead lap. And Washington, I think, Andy, he's trying to push. Now we know what's in the mind of him. He's trying to push to make it only on 1 more stop, where a bunch of these guys are going to have to have at least 1, possibly 2.
Yeah, it was looking like these guys were 2 stops. That's why Lennon came in here early here with 40 laps to go. He's going to have to make 1 more stop. Dave Washington, though, obviously that's what's in the game plan for him. Just try to salvage a night, hopefully get a top 5 here and do it on fuel strategy. Definitely not fast enough to get the win. He's about to go, he's about half a straightaway right now from going down another lap here. So Dave Washington definitely not going to be in victory lane here tonight, but you know he's going to try to salvage the top 5.
Almost definitely, and that's the best he can do right now. Mitch Lennon, who came into the night 9 points behind it. Whoa!
Oh my gosh, right in front of the leader.
That could have been, whew.
That was some heads up driving by Dylan Jones to see that coming. Wow.
That would have just added on to the storylines there. We're going to take you back and go on board with Dylan Jones right here. He is going to need a new costume after this one.
you ain't kidding here on Halloween night, but wow, what a great piece of driving right there. Just to keep the foot on it and just dive it right down to the inside, get right by him, and a power move right now is Jones now heading, slowing down. He's going to go down pit road here.
Wow. Probably going down pit road not only to get some fuel and some tires, but to catch his breath. Man. So we're going to have to see how he comes out in the running.
Jay Adair, though, with that bounce off the wall there, he's come down pit road, pulled it behind the wall. He's done for the night. He's got
another position for Washington.
Yep, looks like Jay's going to finish 9th right now.
Cato got a little bit sideways off of corner 4. He's alright though. He currently sits 4th right now. This would be a fantastic run for that number 12 car.
Well, we got ourselves a little bit of a battle for the lead right now. It looks like these guys came off pit road, but it looks like Dylan Jones is going to pull away now with the Ford Fresh tires. But James Ray came right on his bumper as they exited pit road. So James Ray definitely made up some ground there. We'll see if he can hang on to it, though, before the next pit stop.
We'll have to wait and see. Dave Washington has made his way up to the 5th position on the lead lap. So, I tell you what, this is just talking about jumbled up, all sorts of crazy stuff going on here tonight. I wasn't expecting a normal night, especially on Halloween here tonight in Texas.
Yeah, full moon out of Texas tonight.
My goodness.
I did expect something different than last week, but by the looks of things, it looks like we're not gonna get that, Ben. You know, right now things are cycling through right now, but we only got about 4 cars on the lead lap, maybe 3 after everything cycles through here. So Dylan Jones definitely spanking the field here tonight.
That he is. Dave Washington about to have a battle for 4th here in the next few laps between Washington and Lennon. Dylan Jones takes 31 laps to go, so we are in the very ending closing segments of this race. Definitely cannot make a mistake now and try and bounce back from it.
Yeah, and these guys are about 10 laps or so here from being able to make it to the end here. So as long as everything stays green here, 10 more laps, and then whenever they pit, that'll be the last time here for fuel at least.
Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in with us tonight here on Noble Network 1. If you want to like us on Facebook, feel free to. All you got to do is search Noble Motorsport. You can even follow us on Twitter. Just search at Noble_Network1. Find us on the web too, NobleNetwork1.com. Saw Dylan Jones putting Washington another lap down right there. Washington just riding around slow and steady, continuing to save fuel. Andy, you talked about it earlier. Washington definitely wasn't going to win this on pure speed tonight, but things look as they're looking right now. He's going to try and get himself a top 5 on this fuel strategy, which will be a pretty good run.
Yeah, basically a top 5 the hard way, put it that way.
Yeah.
For a guy as fast as him, pretty much everywhere we go, to have to back it down like he has and do it for as long as he has, because I mean he's been doing this for some 40 laps right now and still has another, you know, just under 30 to do it. So for a guy to drive it that long, that slow, it's got to be a tough deal for him, but obviously big picture in the mind.
Most definitely, and we can expect a few guys to make up a little bit of points on Washington tonight. Dylan Jones for sure is going to make up a couple. He came into the night, couldn't find his name on the list, 15 points back from Washington. And speaking of Washington, he's going to head to the pits right now. Stop of the night, if he didn't speed there.
Hopefully last stop, but you're still 25 laps. Yeah, he's been getting about that. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the last stop for Dave.
Ray, 21 points coming in tonight. Mitch Lennon, though, will probably be the guy who will gain the biggest on Washington, or be the closest to Washington leaving tonight. He comes in just 9 points back. Justin Munsel's going to lose quite a bit leaving tonight. Kenny Baum Jr. is going to lose quite a bit. Eric Dalla Riva will lose some.
What happened to him?
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. Unfortunate. That to me, that was just that was just horrible. I guess if you want to call it that. Just something you didn't want to see happen to a Chase guy. And obviously, Templars got the best of him after it happened.
Well, we were at the short track last week, and that's something you expect to see at the short track, not at a mile and a half. I'm not a big fan of it, but I do like these guys expressing their feelings. Just we could have done that in a different way. Mitch Lennon down pit road. By the way, if you are just joining us here tonight, and Conway had a little tussle under caution. They made contact quite a few times with each other, and it ended with Eric Dalla Riva into the air on pit road with help from Stephen Conway. We're going to send Andy down the infield here in these final few laps. He's going to see if he can't get an interview with Eric Dalla Riva on the situation. Got to throw Andy in the middle of everything. Alright, so give Andy a few more minutes to get down there in the pits as he crosses the track. Not on the track, under the track, of course. Dylan Jones, still your leader here at Texas Motor Speedway. He's the only car on the lead lap. Looking for him to make his pit stop here pretty soon. Andy, how close are you?
Ben, I did make it down here into the hauler area here, down here, talk to Eric Dalla Riva. Eric, man, tough break here early on. Obviously, some contact on the speed. Walk us through it there. Obviously, you weren't happy with the events heading into turn 3.
Yeah, just a lapped car coming out of the pits. He pitted a few laps later than all of us did, and so he had some fresher tires and he had some speed in the car, and he wasn't really racing anyone around him, and I was hoping he was going to kind of leave us alone. I was running Dave down there, and just he kind of made a move inside me there and wasn't too happy about it, and next thing we know, we were turned around backwards in the wall.
Yeah, you were. Obviously things erupted after that, but obviously with only 2 races to go, Chase is out of the question, or the championship's out of the question for you now. Now you set your sights, obviously, on you got 2 more chances here. Pull out another victory this season. Size it up as you head to Phoenix and then to Homestead.
Yeah, it's Phoenix and Homestead aren't our best tracks, so we're just going to try and get the best run we can. Try and help Dave there too, give him any data we can, or do whatever else we can in practice and stuff like that to get the job done. It's been a frustrating year. Had some tough luck. Can't place the blame on everybody else. I haven't driven the way that I should have been and met the standards that I'm sure Dave was hoping.
Well, I know with him under your wing, or with you under his wing, I'm sure things will shake out. The first season bugs here for you, but I'm sure they expect some good things next season. I know you guys picked up another driver with Dylan Brockwell, so things are already looking somewhat good, obviously on paper for you guys next season.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that team. Yes, it's going to be really good to have the extra driver in there, and just one more person to share the data with and bounce things off of. We're going to be a strong team and tough to beat, hopefully.
Now we know the battle, before we let you go, we know the battle was pretty heated there on the track, but as you went to the hauler, I hope things cool down in there. Is that the case?
Yeah, Steve and I said our apologies. It was not right of either one of us, and I'd like to apologize, to my sponsors, and I'm sure he feels the same way. It's racing. I try and keep my cool most of the time, but it gets the best of you when you put so much time and energy into it.
Oh, it absolutely does. And well, we wish you the best here in the next 2 weeks here, finish out the season, and good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully you guys can help your teammate there win this championship.
Right on, guys. Thanks very much.
All right, that's Eric Dallariva. Ben, back up to you.
Thank you there, Andy. 2 Canadians taking out early in the running here at Texas Motor Speedway. Andy, I'll let you get back up here to the booth. And we're closing in on about 10 laps to go. It'll be 12 for Dylan Jones right now at the line, and he has a 1-lap lead over his competitor, James Ray. Cars that are out of this race: Jay Adair, Justin Munsell, William Roberts, Kenny Baum Jr., Brian Neff, Eric Dallariva, and Stephen Conway. Those are the drivers.
Caution.
Oh my.
Earl, you sure you got your release mark correct coming into pit road?
Dylan Brockwell,
Yes, I do,
number
sir.
20, slow on the back straightaway. Looks like he spotted exiting the pits.
Oh man, that's just unfortunate. Started on the pole, had a great expectation. We just talked to his teammate here. As you see, Brockwell sporting the Sam Bass colors here tonight. But yeah, just got a little edgy off there off a pit road.
So this changes everything. Just like the first little incident did. We're going to have a shootout with Les. They tend to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Now, here comes an interesting... Alright, I'm going to try and explain all this. Dylan Jones is the only car on the lead lap. He's going to come down pit road right now. James Ray will be the lucky dog. He's 1 lap down. Brad Spidell is 1 lap down. Ross Cato is 1 lap down. And Stefan Brunel is 1 lap down. Those guys can stay out, just right behind the pace car, and they'll get waved around the pace car with 1 to go. Mitch Lennon was down 2 laps, as was Dave Washington. Those guys will be reduced down to 1 lap if they decide to stay out this time. A little bit confusing, but after this it'll be Jones, Ray, Spidell, Cato, Brunel on the lead lap, Lennon, Washington both 1 lap down.
Well, we can't say it ruined everything, but it definitely changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
We got ourselves a little shootout here as we get ready to finish this one out here. A little shootout between Jones and James Ray, so this will be fun.
Certainly will, and that shootout will be, like I said, less than 10 to go. Don't have an exact number right now, but we'll be getting the lights off here. We should be getting the lights off pretty soon. As we wait for them to go off, though, this is going to be interesting. Hang on now. We got 1 driver coming down pit road. That's Dylan Brockwell. Stefan Brunel is going to give up his chance to get back on the lead lap. And he'll take it down pit road. So we could have 4 cars on the lead lap heading to the green flag. My goodness. Scott Martinsville had some storylines. I tell you what, I've seen a whole season of soap operas that didn't have as much drama as this race here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh, yeah, you ain't
cow.
kidding. all heated up now, Ben, so we'll see what happens. But, man, this is it's turned out to a little shootout here at the old Texas Motor Speedway.
I really am speechless after all that's gone on tonight. I mean, we've seen short track tempers on a mile and a half. Saw Dave Washington sideways through the grass. When do you ever see that? We saw Dave Washington 2 laps down. You never see that either. I mean,
well, unless you blow up and you're at Talladega.
Yeah, we won't talk about that though. But there's just some crazy stuff going on
it's
here
Halloween
tonight. Yep.
That's the only explanation.
And so we'll turn the lights off atop the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car and set them up for a 7-lap shootout here at Texas Motor Speedway. Holy cow.
So Ray, because he was a waiver round and he stayed out, then he's going to end up behind Dylan Jones for this restart, which is rather interesting.
And that could play to his advantage because, as we know, guys on the outside tend to not get a good enough start as the guys on the inside. So we'll have to wait and see how this shapes out. Now you see Lennon and Washington, they're tagging along in the back of this pack right now. They're 1 lap down, as well as Brunel, who is on the outside of the front row there. And the 2 guys behind Washington, Brad Spido and Russ Cato, 3rd and 4th, they're on the lead lap. So this is about as jumbled up as it gets.
Yeah, it is.
As pace car heads to pit road, Jones wasting no time, he's in the gas. James Ray right there, though, he's fired with him. But Jones has about a 5-car length lead as we head down into corner number 1.
He does, 5-car length lead right now. Dave Washington trying to get by Stefan Brunel. That is a 4th position. That is for a spot. Dave Washington up the track. Not going to be able to make it happen, though. The battle for the lead, though, and for the win. As we close in on the remaining laps here at Texas Motor Speedway, it's James Ray, and he's slowly reeling in Dylan Jones off of 4.
6 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Does James Ray have enough to catch and pass Dylan Jones in the final laps of this one?
That is the question. All night long, Dylan Jones has set the pace, led just about every single lap here tonight, except for the ones when he came into pit. Into turn number 3 now, Ray slowly closing in the gap. He hasn't let go of the sights of him right now, but he really hasn't shown anything that he can catch him either here at the start and finish line.
5 laps to go at Texas Motor Speedway. James Ray trying to reel him in. He thought he might have tagged the apron there. Gets a little bit of a runoff too. James Ray trying to chase him down, but he might run out of time.
Yeah, he might run out of time. It looks like he's slowly clipping in. At the time, I mean, it doesn't look it on the scoreboard, but when you look at it on the track, it does look like he's starting to close in just a little bit. That time by, he was still a little bit slower. So Dylan Jones setting sail right now here off of turn number 2.
Dylan Jones has just had a fantastic run here tonight. I'll tell you what, let's look a little bit further back. Stefan Brunel is ahead of Dave Washington, and this is crucial for the points. Heading into 4 to go. Brunel sits 6, Washington's back in 7.
Yep, back in 7. Yeah, now James Ray just tagged the wall off of turn number 2 just slightly there. He's going to lose some more time right there. So Dylan Jones still setting sail off of turn number 4. Domination is what has happened here tonight, and he's still looking to continue that.
And he is 2 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. They got the popsicle sticks right there. Just 3 more miles at Texas Motor Speedway. Dylan Jones will take the white flag here at Texas Motor Speedway. A mile and a half left.
Mile and a half left off of turn number 2 for the final time. Dylan Jones has pulled out to about a second lead now over James Ray, setting sights on his second win of the season here. Just a few weeks ago, he picked up his first win of the season, so Dylan Jones now looking strong here for the final time off of 4.
Taken out at Martinsville, taking home the victory here tonight at Texas. Dylan Jones wins chase race number 2. James Ray comes home second. Third will belong to Ross Cato, and give fourth to Mitch Lennon. Oh boy, that's very interesting turn of events. Dylan Jones heading down the front stretch, getting ready to burn them down here at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll talk to him, James Ray, and Ross Cato in just a few minutes.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
We're back here at Noble Network 1, and I'm going to go ahead and send it down to Andy Kessler, who's caught up with third place and second place tonight. He's going to talk to Ross Cato, though, first. Andy?
That's right. I'm down here with the driver of the 12 car, Ross Cato. Kind of a weird race here, Ross. Saw some strange things happen early on with the cautions and with tons of green flag laps towards the middle and towards the end. Size up your night here tonight. Great job for you guys finishing third.
Yeah, thanks, man. I, to be honest, didn't expect myself to be even anywhere close to the front at the end of the race. This was just all about field strategy for me. My car was good on short runs, terrible on long runs. But once I realized that it was coming down to fuel, I just started clutching it and shutting it off under caution and stuff like that. And that's what saved us.
Well, it saved you obviously running a limited schedule this season here in the Cup Series. Basically running for wins in top 3. You got to consider this a win as this season's gone on.
Oh, certainly. I was so happy to get third.
Well, Ross, we congratulate you for your third place finish. Anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank iRacing, Noble, of course, and my little brother. I always thank my little brother because he's the little guy who helped me set all this computer hardware up so that I can race. So
awesome. Well, that's our third place finisher, Ross Cato. Great job here tonight. I'm going to slide over one car behind him here to the 00, James Ray. James, looked like you had a definite solid place, second place finish here tonight when it was running under green. Then all of a sudden you had a second chance when the caution came out.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get 1 and 2 figured out for nothing tonight.
Well, you had the second chance, but obviously Dylan Jones was just set on a rail here tonight, led pretty much every single lap except for the ones when he pitted. Didn't have much for him, but overall you got to be excited after what happened last week, being able to make up some ground here tonight.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know. I feel bad for what happened with me and Dave. I got to go back and watch it. I don't even really know what happened yet. Kind of feel like a bonehead there.
Yeah, it was pretty much from our vantage point, from what we saw, a car in front of him got loose, got into the wall, it looked like, and he had to slow up unexpectedly to you, obviously. But racing deal as far as we're concerned, but in the end, in the grand scheme of things, second place, got to be pretty excited.
Yeah, it makes up for last week quite a bit.
Awesome. Well, James, anyone you'd like to thank for this big second place finish here tonight?
Opponent Ware, NASCAR Hall of Fame, Sam Bass, Noble, and I'll send a shout out to Neff for spotting there at the end.
Well, congratulations again, James, on your second place finish here tonight, and good luck the rest of the way as you head to Phoenix next week.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Ben, that's your second place finisher. Yeah, and now we're heading to Victory Lane. I think you found our winners for the second time here this season.
I have Dylan Jones down here. Second time I've been able to talk to you tonight, man. You just had a hot, spiffy ride tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Walk us through where you got your speed.
I knew coming into this race that 1 and 2, if you could really get it to roll the bottom in 1 and 2, you'd make up a ton of time. So I really focused on that in practice, and I was able to do it throughout the race.
Sorry, my microphone wasn't working there for a second. Dylan, at any point of the race, did your spotter or your crew chief come over the radio and say, "Hey, man, Dave's not doing so good in this race"? Or did you see him on the track? Maybe he's a little bit slow. Did that give you extra boost of momentum and speed, knowing that you could even gain quite a bit on him in the points here?
Yeah, I didn't know there was really anything wrong with his car until I put him a lap down there. And when I'd seen that, I knew I had to really finish out this race good and capitalize on that opportunity.
Hey, Evan, you certainly did. Coming home in Victory Lane tonight. Dylan, who do you want to thank for putting you here?
I want to thank RSeat.net for sponsoring this car. Glad to put them in Victory Lane again. Wiley X, everyone at Noble Network 1. It's fun racing.
There you have it. Dylan Jones, winner tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway and Chase Race number 2.
That's right, Ben. He did a heck of a job here tonight. Definitely gained a bunch of points. I'm not sure if they're going to have them updated before we get off the air here. A lot of things going on with the racing that we had here tonight early on with some retaliation, things like that. I know the officials, the league officials right now are all discussing the matters at hand, and I'm sure they'll do the fair and right thing when everything's all said and done. But for now, that's that. But it's definitely some guys making up some ground here tonight. Mitch Lennon is going to make up a couple points at least anyway. He was the closest coming into tonight. But Dylan Jones, James Ray definitely making up some ground after last week's issues at Martinsville.
Almost definitely. And speaking of Jones coming out with the win tonight, let's run them through the final finishing results from Texas Motor Speedway. Dylan Jones coming home with the win. James Ray was second, of course. Third, Ross Cato. Mitch Lennon, fourth. Stefan Brunel, a good top 5 finish for him. Dave Washington back in the 6th position. Brad Spidell, 7th. Dylan Brockwell, 8th. Jay Adair, 9th. And Justin Munsell comes home 10th.
Coming home 11th is William Roberts. Kenny Baum Jr. is going to finish 12th. Brian Neff will finish 13th. Eric Dollarriva, 14th. Stephen Conway will finish 15th. And Mike Arnn, again, 2 weeks in a row, not being able to complete one lap with some electrical issues. He's going to finish 16th.
And that's the results for tonight. Next week, Phoenix International Raceway, a flat 1 miler in the middle of the middle of the desert. If I can get it out, that's going to be a fun race next week as well. Once again, if you want to keep up to date with the points and the standings and the results, etc., all you have to do is go to noblemotorsport.com, and they'll have it all right there on the front page for you. That's where we'll be glued tonight. We'll be waiting to see the points updated here in just a few minutes. But Andy, as we head out of Texas Motor Speedway tonight, any final closing statements for until we head to Phoenix?
Well, we got ourselves a chase, put it that way. Like I just said, Mitch Lennon gaining up some ground on Dave Washington. Dylan Jones back in the hunt now. James Ray. Only 2 races to go heading to Phoenix. Short track, anything can happen next week also. So we got to keep our eyes peeled and make sure you tune in right here because this is where all the action is.
Yep, same time right here on NobleNetwork1.com. Want to give a big thanks to Competition Diecast, RC.net, PowerTech Power Solutions, WileyX, Sandbass.com, and NASCAR Hall of Fame. We also want to thank you for tuning in tonight. For Andy Kessler, Carl Brown, I'm Ben Kilcrease. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. Be safe on the roads, and remember to put the phone down.